All right, I'm live. This is just the beginning of many things to come. My name's Kendra, and I am actually the inspiration of the book Out of the Ashes a Phoenix Emerges. It is the battle that I've had to feel deserving enough for the love of God and so many things that have happened in my life, so many things that have taken place that led me to think that God was the root of and that he didn't love me. Things like the penitentiary or name change denials in open court cases, or all the times that I stood in a courtroom and was judged for actions that I made based on pain because I couldn't accept my gender identity and was misled to believe that my sexual orientation was that of a homosexual man instead of a real, true, authentic transgender woman that I have learned and have become today over the events or the course that has all the obstacles that have just been set in my way have given me so many titles like, transgender prison reform advocate, an activist, LGBT youth advocate, a homelessness survivor. I've been, in the streets. I've been a sex worker and a prostitute, and I've been redeemed. And I have the love of God and a community, and I have a ministry, and I have love, and I have people in my life now that I never could have foreseen in a million years. A very lonely world I lived, very lost, lonely world, and now I'm finally free of that. And I want to bring others the same kind of freedom that I feel now, especially if those don't believe in God or in love, or if you just don't have any kind of belief in anything. My daughter's calling me right now. I have a daughter now too. See, I'm needed, and that's a great feeling. Okay, so the book is finished. It's just publication that needs to have a fundraiser that I need to raise the money to try to raise funds so that we can get the book launched and off the ground. Unforeseen costs that really, I expected but wasn't really sure because I've never written a book, and I've had the help of an amazing woman named Tess who narrated the words of my book and has followed my story over Facebook for the last year. When I was denied my name change as soon as I came home from the penitentiary, I was defeated again. I had every desire and intention to come home and live an authentic life, pretty much away from the issues that lie in the transgender community. I'm not going to lie, I didn't want really any parts of being known throughout the community or just in life as trans. I was going to try to be cisgendered as I could, which God had other plans for every bit of work that he's ever done for me, which is exactly why I know I have a really bright future ahead of me. Every obstacle that I've ever faced in my life has led me to something greater. Every door that's been closed in front of my face has opened another door for something even better than I could have ever imagined. But right now, I guess, is the time where I need to start asking for help and stop fighting alone. So I need to find some sponsors. I need to find some people who can take and help me make this book a success. And not for any other purpose but the fact that we need to get a message out in the United States first and foremost. It really needs to be a message across the world, but especially now that the National Geographic has done some amazing article to break in this year, and I've already predicted that 2017 is going to be a year of blessings. So now my question or my prayer to God right now on live feed is that God, please just bring the blessings of goodness to my life and to the life of the people that support this book and that believe in me, because I'm a stranger stranger and nobody knows me. But if you Google me, you'll see that I've had quite a history of issues with, you know, with hell, with the devil. That's no longer me. No matter what the outcome is, if God wants it to happen, a book is going to happen regardless. So it's there. It'll be there for what? My closest associates, at least. They know the manuscript, at least. But I want this book to do good things. I want this book to go viral. I also want my social media platform to as well, and my character and my celebrity within the transgender community and all of media links and everything I've done in the media. If it wasn't for the Transgender Legal Education and Defense Fund in New York City and Ezra Young and Reed Smith and Reed Smith's attorneys like Allison Toep, this book never really would be happening. My life wouldn't really be happening. I'd probably be dead, truly. And I'm not. I'm here. I'm here with a testimony that is so powerful that it needs the help of others to carry it along. So I'm asking you to please find it within your hearts to donate to my story and sponsor upcoming projects, motivational speeches in your communities. And let me tell you the true story about what I've been through as far as discrimination, as far as rejection, as far as transitioning in a men's penitentiary, being a rape survivor, a prostitute. The biggest thing that really bothers me, I guess, right now is the fact that I could always turn back to that to make this book happen. But I would never degrade myself. I've come so far. I have so much love in my life now. I could never imagine doing anything like that to anyone because I'm a leader. I have assumed leadership now for so many people's lives and responsibility, because people are watching me. They find strength in me, and I love that. So I'm hoping that more people can see a true transition, not just from a male to a female, but from hell to heaven and from darkness to light. But that's going to take support. And I am reaching out with, I have so much pride. It's hard for me to ask anybody to ever bless anything I do, but to bless me financially to make this a reality, to help me right now get this to be the best, and that the best is yet to come. And that is up to you. I want to thank you all so much for even looking at my project and just being incredible. With Chelsea Manning being released from a prison, maybe we could work together and we can get a better message of how hard it is to transition. Our disease is unacknowledged, just like trying to not treat HIV or diabetes. You have got to treat the disease, and you have got to give a transgender man the right testosterone and a transgender woman the right estrogen, or they are never going to receive the right chemicals to function properly, to change their criminal addictive thinking or whatever it is that led them into a prison in the first place. But just because someone gets led to prison doesn't give them a right to be raped, doesn't give them the right to be abused by jail personnel, verbally or physically, does not give anyone the right to ask you, do you have a penis or do you have a vagina? It's none of anyone's business unless they are a medical professional. And if the medical professionals are not in the prisons doing their jobs because their funding is short and other issues, the most ignorant thing I've ever heard someone say was, Well, why should my tax dollars have to pay for that? Well, your tax dollars weren't paying for my transition. No. A good-hearted doctor was paying for my transition and putting his job in jeopardy against jail personnel, prison personnel, to give me the medicine that I needed to be successful, only to come out into my community with no resources, no HRT in my community to continue my therapy, a denied name change that even after my doctor went to the judge herself with a letter, he still denied it. But I went to the Virginia Department of Motor Vehicles and I changed my gender. And I didn't get asked any questions. They just did it. They changed my gender. And then when my attorneys went to court with me, the judge said, oh, well, things have just changed now. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but don't you keep up with your education like my doctors keep up with theirs? Don't you know that there are new laws and a more progressive way of life these days now? And do you know that there are so many more transgender people that by the time I hopefully leave this world, we are at least double in size, maybe triple, maybe quadruple. But I'm here to say this: be yourself, be true to you, because you matter. You matter regardless. If you could just share this and get it to be viral, that would mean so much to me. Thank you all so much for everything, and God bless you all. And you know, prayer is the power of everything that we ever need, and that's what this world's lacking. Pray, because you never know who's praying for you. Just like the guy yesterday that walked out in front of my car because I let him, because I could tell he was lost. And I prayed for him, but he didn't even know it. Pray for people. Prayer is the answer. God bless you all, and thank you for supporting my project.